And you let the guys know here, and we'll get her rolling. Thanks. All right, spirits are good in crypto this morning.
Yeah, and we're hitting resistance, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens, I guess.
Well, Bitcoin played out literally. I mean, like I scripted it. It's ticking everything off just right off the checklist.
Yeah, I mean, well, hell, you've called it for the most part since the high, saying, "Hey, watch out, be careful." And
I saw some interesting counts this over the weekend. Mekatataku has an interesting count.
he had a diagonal, right?
Yeah, he has an interesting.
He said it got invalidated.
It did get invalidated. I was looking at it going, that could fly. And it probably got invalidated this morning.
Yeah, I think he did, because then he said it's looking like bottom's in for now, which a lot of people, the triangle is starting to tick a lot of boxes for people. And, when you have a plethora of, accounts that go this way, accounts that go that way, a lot of times it is a triangle, because there's just so many things, obviously threes, everything is zigzag, so it can be a number of things, but a lot of times it's a triangle. So
yeah, the more wacky and frustrating it feels, the more likely triangle. All right, let's pull. How we doing here? Oh shit, we already got 20 guys. Okay, good. That was fast. Hey guys, we're just here shooting the breeze here. Fuck, you guys are loading up. All right, guys. Hey, so all the regs. Gravity Anti, Diamond Lee, Tarmo, VM, Levente, JNAS. Okay, guys. All right, let's get it rolling here. So, do we want to do a little touch up on Bitcoin? I don't know if anybody posted Bitcoin.
I don't know what they did, but yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, we can do.
Maybe just
we'll just do a little freshener here. This is from where I left it on Friday here. So, how are we doing? We got when we lost it. All right, we'll go back. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so here, as I left it on Friday in the video here, there were a couple of things that were important. So I think on the video, we were right about here. We were approaching this resistance. We hadn't yet hit the 100, and I was saying we need to get the median line, right? So we get it here. Good God, I couldn't have scripted this any better. Every now and then the market really does cooperate here. So if it's going to hold right now, this is the count that looks like it's in play. There was some. A couple of you could interpret this as the one. There you could have pulled a 1, 2, 3, 4. You dug some sort of sloppy diag out of that. But I think my thought here, we did an A, B, C, and it's looking like that's starting to confirm. So check boxes. We needed to hit the median line, which we did. Right? We broke the 233. Now we don't have a flip yet. But the thinking was, okay, well, perhaps we can get our third here as we hit the median line, and then we do just a textbook like, oh my God, how perfect is that 4, right? Always, right? That's how we spot them, right? We're just going sideways, right? Just chop, chop, chop. What are we doing? And this is very common after tagging the median line. Market's got to digest that. Not to mention, we're at all of this structure, right? So how are we going to deal with that? Got that little squirt up. Look what we just tagged to the tick. 1618. So this is starting to look like we have a solid candidate here for this to be playing out just as described. 1, 2, 3. Now nothing says it has to stop there right now, but we're again checking the boxes off. 3. Wouldn't that just make perfect sense, right? To come back to test all of that. All right, now that's POC on visible range, but that's the range that I want visible, right? Big high volume, right? You understand why, right? Look at all that. Now, could we get that far, right? That'd be the 2618. Then we'd have our A wave in, right? So if we're going to do, that would be a bizarre start to it, but not the wackiest thing I've ever seen. Now, we don't know what that 4 looks like. We could do a triangle here. Although you would think not, right? So just guidelines of alternation, since this is so in essence, here's our 2. Choppy sideways. So you'd expect something more abrupt here, right? Just, again, it's not, careful rules and guidelines, right? It gets a little fuzzy on some of these. I consider this right now. I'm not a purist. I would consider this a guideline, right? Now, maybe I get short sharp, right? But if I got a triangle or sideways here, I'm not going to not take the push into the fifth. But right now, it's literally like okay, open up Elliott 101. Okay, let's go through. Now this is a little unusual, right? But swing structure here is very good. Okay, so we'll see if that continues on. But here's our target. 48. Not call it 49. Okay, let's get over to the member stuff. God, should I keep kind of introducing what we're doing here and why we're doing it? I feel like the people that are on here probably know that, and I don't know. What do you think, Monty? Should I start every one of these with like, okay, well, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it? Maybe he's off taking a pee. All right, well, so for those of you that are watching here, members, you all know here, right? So members give us the content other than here where I'm just doing a little update.
Did you say something to me? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, should I start every one of these with like, here's why we're doing it, here's how we do it? I'm just thinking new people that watching the after replay.
I would say 95% of people
know what we're doing.
Yeah,
and how the charts are being picked, right? And why, right? These are all from members. I'm going to assume they will. Okay, so we won't do it today. If people start asking about it, we will. Okay, so let me get, first up, I've got Grant F., who's giving us not a trade setup, just something that's on his watch list that he's eyeballing right now. Of course, you guys all know Grant has a real signature in his TA, which is this very nice combination of what he's doing with harmonics, which are just a series of swings that are all related by fib degrees, right? So it's really remarkable when it fits in with an Elliott count, how cleanly you can work that, right? So you're really taking, because the harmonic traders are not using Elliott Wave, and most Elliott Wave traders are not using harmonic. So it's interesting the way Grant combines the two, and you see how nicely they play together. So Monero, which has been kind of quiet. Hang on. Muting. Not a day I don't forget to mute that ninja computer. Okay, so just kind of going with the drift across crypto. So what's he doing here, right? So again, can we simplify the entire thing? Right? It's always, if we can, let's see if we can. Right? Is this what we're doing? Right? Just a big 3 after this massive. Now we're out of log scale here after the big rip. Now it's interesting that we're not in log scale. Let's probably look. Well, the fib numbers will change. Will they? Let's see. That's interesting. Right? It looks like they have this set. You remember where we had to write trading view and saying, hey, when we go to log scale, the fib numbers are not accurate. But it looks like they've done it, because it looks like these are still. Looks like they've done that. So I guess the fib levels are automatically adapting to going in and out of log. That's kind of interesting. All right, so I digress. Okay, so here's the idea, the combination. So we've got an A. Well, let's see. God damn it, I can't get the whole thing in here. That's why log makes it easier. Well, that's the impulse. Straight double. It's not too hard to figure out where the important part, support and resistance line is in this market. Well, here's the support. Here's the first A, back to support. Here's the B. So we get a little break of structure here. We get a series of higher highs, higher lows. All right, now we see the structure break, lower lows, lower highs, higher lows. Right. So it's just, can you simplify it along the way? Okay, what's happening here? Oh wait, I got to change the structure. So that sure looks like it's a 5. All right. So if he's going A, B, C. 1. Oh, let's see. I guess in an Elliott context, he's got to do this as an A, B, C. How are you doing that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I guess he's got to do it like that, right? So, I guess he's got to do A, B, C to get that to work as a 2. So here's the A, here's the B, there's the C into a double top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3 here. So we're trying to complete this diagonal. So I'm assuming you guys see it. But God damn it. Come here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what he's after here. So he's looking for, because we have technical confluence down here. So we have this beautiful the 100% and the 1272 here. So this 1272 of the harmonic is pinging to the tick, but then he gets a triangle coming off of that. So the thought would be, okay, well, less likely to be a 1-2, and the triangle plays as an ABC. Now, so that would finish the diag to come down here, and what he's looking for is entry down here, right, for a double bottom. And I'm reading his notes. So, wave C per my count is in a diagonal with wave 1 being the longest. Wave 5 should fall short of the 100 APP, right? That's his disqualifier. Essentially, I'm looking for a double bottom at the PRZ, right? So he's looking for some support here. So is there anything else we can pull off of down here? Well, this isn't a bad way to do it. Just let's throw a line on that. See what we bump into. Right, that's the pivot right there. That's not going to let me go any further. I suppose you could make a case for this being an important area to the market. All right, it was the resistance. Got through it, tested, up we go. I still would want to look at this in log, right? It's hard for me to not want to go, okay, wait a sec. I got a dominant to a dominant. Now, where am I? Yeah, well, that's, you're close enough there to where you might be mindful of that being down like that, somewhere down in this range, right? Now you don't have to get it within ticks. Now we're talking about that's a $20 range, right? So there's a little cushion there. Okay, let's go back to his 4 hour here, because I think that this looks like if we're going to finish this as a diag, I got to get out of log here to get back to his numbers. Well, so note as we come out of log scale, now we're down towards the 786, right? 786 being down here. So if I set that back, right, here's our 786. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit. But this is one definitely for the watch list. It looks to me like we've got this nice diag trying to finish here. Okay, so we've already had the overlap of the 1, so it looks like you can work this as a, it looks like we're going to work it as a 5-3-5, because there's absolutely no missing the 5 here, right? We can't miss this, right? Impossible to miss, right? Unless you're just not paying attention. So we got to think this is 5-3, 5-3, right? We'd be looking for a 5 here. Typically not where you'd not look for that in an ending diag, but I don't see a cleaner way to count that. Now this here, since I'm out of log scale, I would just take it all the way through that for a regression channel. Squirting through there a little bit. Now, of course, because it's a diag and we've just overlapped the 1, we're looking for the swing relationship between the start of the 1 and the pivot of the 3, looking for a 50 here. So if we come back from the low, right, and get that right on it, so we can see a nice little zone here. Get that. All right, might look at it like that here. So what? All right, note the Vegas wave. We have not flipped the Vegas wave here, but we're starting to push through the other side of it. It takes a lot to flip it. Even through this move here, look at how far we went. We never did flip it. Well, it takes a lot to flip it. Here's the last flip over coming down, right? We have not been able to flip it since then. Well, there's the threat, right, to this count. God, could we? I don't even think we could finish that down. Well, per rules and guidelines, so what we can look at this and we can definitively say it. Well, per Elliott rules and guidelines, it's not a 1-2, right? That's a 3. That's a triangle. We can never, right? There are hard rules that you don't break. A triangle in the 2 is one of them, right? So this is clearly a 3. This is a triangle. So the way he's counting this is there's very little dispute about how you would interpret that. Yet, here we go, right? So you would look here and say, is there some other way I could interpret this? Because if this keeps going, we got to figure it out, right? We've got to be able to figure something out here. So right off the bat, your first thought would think, oh, it's an ABC of a WXY, but that doesn't fit with the broader count. Now, the one thing that works against this count is if you drew it up. Come here. if you drew it up this way, let's say we got that 4 and we drew this way, we have an expanding diagonal, which is really not what you want to see at the end of a trend. Well, so we'll see what happens here. So this will be critical here as we come into the, you know, you kind of pull it across, right? There's lots of structure here that this has to deal with here, but I would not, this would be a dangerous place to be a buyer. Well, just right off the bat, right? The market, I mean, we know the market has, even if we're pushing here, there's this overwhelming temptation for those that bought it here. They run into the slightest little pullback here, and then they'll bail, and then the stops will get hit. So it's just unusual for the market to go in straight lines like this. Now you can look here, but there's the little pause, right? Somebody's panicked, right, and said, okay, I got to take profit. All right, somebody, not a video that you don't see this, right? Somebody sold it here thinking, oh, it's going to free fall. How do I know that, right? That you see this so often at the low, like immediately they're faced, just immediately. You know, that's a pretty good rip there. So really not much of a 2. I'm just trying to look, is there some way I could count this as a 1, 2? And there's no, that's a B, C, D, E. That's a triangle all day long. So this seems like the right count, although you'd be trying to pull a 5 out of this. Oh, fuck, we are on a 4-hour. Oh, shit. I don't know that it matters about digging that back. I don't think there's anything to do here, as Grant is duly noting here, until we see what happens at the test of the 50. This is where you're looking for it right here. See what's the reaction. Now, if we're going up to the golden zone, this is going to start to get uglier. This would be one to watch, right? So it'd be interesting to see how this plays. I'm going to put this in my watch list as well because I'm curious to see how this plays. This would take a big swing here to come back and get, well, of course, in just getting the flip of the Vegas wave is going to take a lot. I don't see another way to count that. I think you're spot on there, Grant. So this is a hurry up and wait, because this is the zone he wants to be a buyer in down here. I concur. I don't think it's there yet. So when you say that, right, you know, you look and say, the thing's going up, man. Why would we not want to do this? Why would we not just wait for the retrace and go? Well, it's a bit of a judgment call in terms of how you approach the market. If you're going to lean on Elliott Wave here, this is not a pattern to be buying. It just isn't, right? I mean, so then you would have to say, okay, well, fuck the Elliott. Okay, right. So if you're applying Elliott Wave, now the first time you got something here that doesn't make sense to your interpretation of Elliott, now you're going to abandon it. Well, fuck it, right? It's going up. I want to buy it, right? Because I want to get rich now. That's what I can tell you is that's an absolutely guaranteed recipe for massive losses. So think about it, saying, okay, so now I'm just gonna, I'm gonna abandon Elliott Wave because it's inconvenient here, so I'm just gonna do price action. Okay, well, so then the price action doesn't work, and then what? Oh, no, well, you know what? That Elliott, I probably didn't give that enough of my time and attention. So let's go back to the Elliott. Now you take a loser in the Elliott. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should systemize it. If you're committed, and I'm assuming anybody watching here is, if not fully committed to Elliott Wave, they have an awareness of using it as a guide. I'm not saying that this couldn't do that. I'm just saying you got to have some consistency in your approach to the market, and that's not a buying pattern. Right? If we're going to lean on these patterns, which we know repeat over time, that's not. Doesn't mean it couldn't ultimately end up getting there. If we do this, okay, I'm going to get very interested here, but that's a whole lot that has to happen between now and then. So you stay with it. Now, if you're uncomfortable shorting here because, oh man, that looks pretty strong here, and all of a sudden crypto's starting to move, and I don't know, man, if I want to short that. Well, again, you have to decide how committed to this are you. So if you get up here and you get the ping here on the retrace, this is where the rubber meets the road. Okay, there's the retrace. Now, if we start to head back up here, if you're committed to Elliott, there's no confusion about what to do here. There's none. No confusion. Oh, there's the 4. That's where I was looking for it. I got a swing. Now, it doesn't mean this is a guaranteed winner by shorting here. But if you're committed to this, Here's the trade, right? This is not complicated. Okay, so I'm going to sell it right here. I'm going to put a stop right here. Well, maybe give it a little cushion. I mean, it depends, right? You know what your risk tolerance is. So but I always suggest to you, don't give it too much beyond that, because your first assumption is my pivot's in. So why are you going to do this? Well, I want to give that plenty of room. Right? Would that make sense? Right? So where's a high probability trade with good risk reward? That's the trade staring you right in the face. Doesn't mean it's a winner. But if you're going to be consistent, you have to take that trade. Well, let me rephrase that. If you're trading Monero and you're looking for an entry and you don't care if you're long or short, then that trade is just waiting for you, right? What do we have there? That's almost 6.5 to 1. So then the question becomes, why would you not take that trade? Well, you know, it was going up, right? I was kind of worried about it going up. Well, that's going to be a problem for you as a trader. Do we have a change of character yet? I got a swing, right? I feel like I'm dwelling on this maybe unnecessarily, right? So I keep trying to say to people, all right, this is all the market ever does, right? Swing and retrace. On some degree, that's the only thing it can do. There is no section of a chart that cannot be broken down into that. Right, and if it's more than that, it's just all we're doing is connecting two of them. Right? Oh, she said, well, fuck, man, what about an impulse? Okay, well, we're just connecting two of them. That's all we're doing. That's all the market ever does. So if you just frame the market in your mind's eye that way, where is the last swing and retrace? Well, okay, so we'd be doing the same thing here on a smaller degree, swing, retrace, right? Because it's consistent with the pattern. You know, again, we could go into all of these little micro swing, retrace, break. Swing, retrace, break, right? Or you could say it this way, okay? Swing, retrace, break. Now, triangle, right, is a little series of those, but it's still swing, retrace, swing, retrace, swing, retrace. Are we still just in a retrace here? Swing, retrace. Has there been a change of character? Do we have well, in a diag, right, you get a little bit, you know, you're on the edges there because we have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, because it's a diag, we actually are anticipating that overlap. But we're not anticipating this, right? The overlap just qualifies it for the pattern that we recognize that we know is prone to repeat. That's it. So if you're practicing Elliott Wave and you're looking for a setup in Monero, that's the trade that's waiting for you. Winner, loser, if you're consistent, that's the trade right there. And if it's stopped out, you're like, okay, next trade. It really, because, all right, so let's flip that around. If you're a buyer, okay, I think it's going to break out, right? I'm going for new highs here. Where's your stop? Right now, you could say, oh, well, I only risk 2%. Okay, that's trading your wallet. That's not trading the market. Where's the structure? Is that the trade you want? Well, I think it's going to moon, man. I think it's going to really moon. We're going to take out those highs. You're still not at 2 to 1. Right? As opposed to what we're just looking at, which was 6.5 to 1 with a tiny little, I'm going to find out pretty quickly. Some things to think about. Okay, I think I hit that enough. James M is next up. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing ETH in top right. Now, he's been all over ETH, so let's see what he's thinking here. We are on bottom right for ETH. Wait, so first I got to make a copy. Save. Okay. Okay, bottom right. Oh, you're giving me a 5-minute. A 5-minute in log scale. Wow. Interesting. Why do I feel like this is... Okay, well, I got to pull out a little bit and see where we are here. I'll get to your 5-minute, but give me a sec here. Geez, I haven't looked at it down at this degree. Yikes. What are we doing here? Okay, so... Shit, James, where are we here? Okay, well, what can I see, right? It almost doesn't matter, right? So here's what I can see, all right? There's a clear impulse that finished. So something, right, this is a candidate for something to have finished here. I have to see his broader count, but okay, here's a contender. What do I got here? Well, let's see. Do I have... Oh, geez, that's a kind of ugly, but can I get that as a... Fuck. Can I get that as a 1? What are you thinking there, James? Is that a 1? What are we doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like the 1. All right, so it looks like you've got your impulse there. Ah, fuck. Here, come here. Let's go to the 15. Come here. Yeah. Here's my low. Okay, here's where I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I can see it clear as a bell. All right, so now we can't miss it. All right, there's our 5. Well, you're going to have to do a WXY there. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. All right, so we got to do a W. Looks like we have to do it this way. Are we having to do an A, B, C here and a running flat? I guess we are. Fuck, is that what you're thinking, James?
He mentioned me and said top right. You're on bottom right.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Sorry. Shit, I was struggling. What is he thinking here? Okay, so here it is, right? Oh, okay, so there it is. Right, so there's the impulse we were just looking at, right? So 1. God, James, you had me totally lost there. Okay. Now, this looks like good quality TA right here, right? So when I pull this up, already I love it, right? Everything is accounted for. He's got all the geometry on here, all the swing structure. This is some sexy looking work. Okay, so here's my 3. So we're working on a 4. So here's that impulse we were just talking about, right? I was just looking at it saying, okay, there's an impulse there, right? It's hard to miss that one. So we're looking for a 4 up here on this degree. So let's pull back out, see what we're doing here. Okay, so we're trying to get to this C down here. All right, that C looks like that's going to finish the 5 of a larger 3 at this degree. Okay, so let's put it together. So here's the big count. 1, 2. He's seeking that 3. Oh, very bearish. Internal, are we there yet? Oh God, this is nice. 1, right? Look. All 5 accounted for, A, B, C into the 2. Leading diag, very nice work, right? Look at the extensions in the 1. Can you guys see that, right? This is really good. Really good work here. He's really, I'll tell you, he was not this good when he got here. Right, I know, he gets better and better every time he posts. Okay, so there's a 1, there's a 2. Beautiful work here into that 1. A, B, C into the 2, perfect. So 1, 2, there's the 5 of my 1, because now I need an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, ending diag in the 5 gives me my 3. There's my 4, right? I get a lower high here, so 3 into that pivot. 1, 2. There's the impulse that I need for that 4, 5, right? This is very common. We see this little waterfall at the finish. Okay, so we are seeking this 4, which he has identified here. Okay, I got a little mix in here. Okay, so I'm going to take, I know, James, bear with me here. I'm going to take that off just so we can all see this a little bit better. I see what you're doing here. Okay, just so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so here's the 2 to the 3. So here's the swing that he's looking for the retracement. So there's the completed impulse is all right there, right? So here's our big 2. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Literally, you can't make this shit up, right? There. Oh, what a beautiful impulse right in the middle of it after the 2. Wait, I almost forgot. Elliott doesn't work in crypto, right? So, okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now we got this little complexity here. There's an A. Now, look what he's doing here. We're going A, B, C into the B, right? Tricky, right? So now we've got the C coming through here. So W, X, A, B, C for the C to get us the Y to get us the 4 at the 50. Now, we're just talking about what we have to be careful of here. Right? We got to look for that wave 1. Right? So the premise here for the setup here, which is... And this is a ballsy call because right now, what is the general sentiment in crypto? Back where we just were. Okay, now I have a pattern, right, that is perfectly confirmed. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't do this, but it means if you're if Elliott Wave is the foundation of your trading, you are not buying it here. All you're waiting for is for this to finish here and give you a reaction. That's it. Okay, now on the next retrace, there's the trade, exactly like we just looked at. Now, what is retail? What is retail thinking right here, right? Because someone's got to be on the other side of your trade. Well, we know what retail's thinking, right? What is the novice trader thinking, right? Oh, we're going to the moon, right? Lows are in. Does it look like the lows are in? Right? Do we have a pattern here that would confirm the lows are in? Well, maybe if we had started from scratch and dug through that with that bias. But right now, that's all the more why that's a trade that I like, right? That I think he's very much on the right track here, even though it's like, oh, God damn, I hate to short Ethereum. Right? That's going to be where the flippening is about to happen, right? I can't sell that. Again, let's just do it up, right? So if you're selling it on the retrace, pivot over the 50, you got a target down here. Here's what you're trying to set up. Right, you're looking for that to first pivot. Right, now we come back. Let me get that more precise. Well, you could use that pivot right there because that's where we invalidate, right? So this is the wave 1. So if you want to give that maximum room, you give it a couple of ticks off of that. Here's your target down here. So you can either take the break. Well, let's put them next to each other. Okay. How do you want to trade? Right. Oh, let's say you're going to go for the structure here. Here they are side by side. Which side of these do you want to be on? Oh man, I'll take the 0.39 winner. It's a winner. Or do you want this here? Do you want the 4.85 to 1? Right? It's assuming that's all you get down here. Right, to the low. Let's call it 5 to 1. So do you want the 0.39 to 1 or do you want the 5 to 1? That math will work against you if you're approaching the market this way. So every time it's going up, oh, it's a breakout. I'm going. Even here, I don't even have 2 to 1. If I'm to get back to the old highs, that should. If you haven't really looked at it that way, that bells should be going off in your head. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm starting to see. So why? Again, all the more, right? Who's buying it here? Okay, let's just think about that. Is the average trader aware that this is going to invalidate a count? What percentage? Maybe 5%? Probably too many, right? Maybe 2% would even be aware of that. What's the percentage that know there's an algo there? 2% maybe? So who's buying it on the breakout? Robinhood traders? Something to think about. Okay, there you go. That's great work, James, right? So the setup is just hurry up and wait. This would be a top of my watch list, right? For a short top of it. Beautiful, beautiful work. Really like it. Okay, so we've got the AB. So I think we've hit that all we can. Okay, now I got George is giving me, boy, I got a lot of instructions with he's really mastered the folders. Okay, so this is, I should say just a GZ1968 is his handle. He loves this Bitcoin D, right? This is because he's an alt trader, so he really pays attention to this. So let's look at the Bitcoin D. Now I got a lot of folders over here that he wants me to pay attention to. George is an interesting guy. He's become an interesting member. He's highly intelligent, and he's reconciling with. So often, highly intelligent people come in here and they think they can improve things, and he's now starting to accept how the market moves. I think interesting to watch that progression. Okay, so I've got Bitcoin D, and I got a whole lot of folders in here. Okay, so I'm just trying to follow along here. Okay, so we're gonna go. What have I got? First up, I've got the daily. So let's go to the daily. Shit, I'm not sure how to do it. Oh, I guess if I turn that all on. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I do kind of like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've been looking at that for forever, right? That 5. When did we start there? The 17 low. There was the big push into, what did we get to? 20, who was right before the COVID, right? Right here we're at 19. Here's the COVID low. Okay, so we've got a clear 5 into it, although it's not labeled, George, right? So we got to get that labeled. So it's a something. All right, let's put, I always just do this, right? So I know where my absolute low is. Okay, could this be a 1, 2? Well, would that make sense? Well, here's my instructions. Unhold folders. Well, what are some easy ways to look at this, right? Do we have a clear idea of where the support is? Well, historically speaking, yeah, we do. Does this look like a clean count? Okay, so this would be, well, if this is our hard low, let's just label it 1, 8. Oh, George, we're a little off there. Okay, so, oh, and this works. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, so let me try and sort this a little bit. Right, so this is, again, he's learning. So here's a 3 into a WXY. So your first thought would have been, oh, 1, 2. Okay, but then we can't have a 5 here. Well, per the way it's being counted, we can't have a 5, a 3, and then a 5, and then this, right? I mean, you can call it a 5, but it would have to be in the context. You'd have to redo it. You'd have to do it more like this. You'd have to say, oh, that was the 5 going in, right? And so maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is, that's not out of the question. Oh, let's just do it like this here. Just clean this up a little bit, right? So could that be it? Well, it would work, actually. So it looks like you'd have it here. This is clearly a 4-like behavior. So you'd have your internal. I think he's on the right track here. So this into the 4 from the 2 looks like a 23. Now I am in log scale, so that might be a 38. Looks like it's a 38. Come here. All right, 38. All right, so we failed to get there. So essentially we just double top. Double topping right at the beginning of the year. And now we're going down in that. Okay, so I think you're on the right track here. It's just some of the subdivisions a little off. Okay, so that's a contender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be all corrective of that, but down to break this low. Oh, I think the one other thing that's in here that he might have missed, if I'm not mistaken, we had one of these. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was on the weekly. I thought that we had a golden zone here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. Okay, so okay, so here's a 5. There's could be a 2. So let's maybe break this down a little bit. Okay, so let me use his work. So there's the daily detail with all of his count, but I've got more here. Holy smokes! So here's the 4 hour. Okay, so before I pick that apart, let's go to his 4 hour and see how he's playing it on the way down. Okay, so we have that detail still there. This detail, let's get that on. Oh, okay. I do kind of like this, right? He sent me a video on how to do this, so I'm getting better at it. Nice of him to do. All right, so here's our 4 hour. Okay, so we're in our support here. So, okay, A, B, C. Okay, well, remember, George, when something completes, right? So if you go A, B, C, we have to put a higher degree on it. So what did we complete here? Right, so that's the only thing you're missing. You've got the W here, right, of the A, B, C, but then I've got a bunch of swings here where they're not identified. So that's just something for you to work on. You're almost there, right? It's just you're forgetting that one last step. Okay, so W. Oh, fuck. What are we doing here? So this is, oh, there's an X right there. So maybe you do have it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. WX. Well, can we do it that way? WX. Oh, what are we doing here? ABC, ABC. We can't have we can't do that way. Well, we could do it this way. Okay, so let's pull this over here. Okay, so it looks like we'd have to do it this way. A, B, C. Let's get that up a little bit. Oh, come here. Okay, so we can get a 3 here into a B, and I can work this as a, so we'd have a flat. W, A, B, C would be your X. Let's get that somewhere where we can see it. Okay. Yeah, this is, yeah, we're a little fucked up here. Okay, so let's start again. So do we have W, X? Oh, fuck. Oh, you're throwing me off a little, George, here. Okay, let's try again. W, X. No, pardon me, fuck. A, well, I've got it. A, B, C. So this is, yeah, this is not right here. Okay, so if we're going to come down for a C, we got to count this as a 5, right? So there's 1, 2, oh fuck, 3, 4, 5, right? So we got to get rid of that. Okay, so we're getting better. Oh, let's see. We got to make sure 3 is not the shortest there. That may not work. Well, let's get out of log, see if we make it. Nope, we don't make it, so that can't be that way. We can't quite do it that way. So we have to do the 3, 4 here. So we have to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't love it, but that's what it looks like is there. All right, so we got there into a C. So this has gone A, B, C. Eesh. So it looks like we'd have to do W, X, Y. Hey, okay, let's try that in yellow. Okay, W, let's try green. I'm getting whacked out here. Okay, now I gotta have to do this as a 3, right? So that can work as the way he's got it. So A, that could work. A, B. Right, so if we're trying to finish here, well, that could work. Okay, we got it. So W, X, A, B, C. Okay, let's allow for it. A, B, C into a Y. So he's got it there. Okay, good. So we're at W, X, Y. I'm going to have to do a Z here. This would be A. Well, it looks like ABC, so I don't know if we're going that far, George, but that would be surprising. So maybe we do need a WXY. If this is going to be ABC, we need another ABC, so we'd have to do a Z. A, B, C for the WXY. Oh, fuck. I need an X. Can I work that? I don't think I can get that into a 5, so I can't go ABC. Oh, this is a tricky one. How are we doing this here? What am I not seeing? ABC, ABC. So that has to be the W. X. Can this be the A? A, nope, can't work. That looks like a 5. How the fuck are we going to do this here? W, A, B, C, X, Y. I need an X. Z, right? So could we have a Z in here? Shit, let me get this. Let me hide this. Give me 1 second here. We'll get there, guys. Give me a sec. This is somewhere. So this, if this is A, B, C, so W, X. This is our problem child in here. I can get 5 there. 1, 2. Could I get an impulse here? Can I work this as an A? I don't think so. A, B. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't think that's right. Let's just, oh, God, I'm taking too much time here. Maybe too much. Maybe I have to revisit this one. So that looks like 1, 2. Let's see if we can label it up. Okay, 1, 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5 is what I see there. And I've got an internal impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Okay, so let's piece it together one bit at a time. All right, so there's a good candidate here for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would give me a candidate if I'm coming out of a WXY, WX, oh fuck me, ABC into an X. So I want to do that, right? I can't. So the Y doesn't work there. Oh, fuck. I get a feeling I'm going to have to come back on this one. It's going to take too much time. This is kind of a mess. Okay, that, as I will typically do, if I just feel the people nodding off, I will circle back on this. I'm just going to have to spend some more time with it. And I think partly his count is fucking me up a little bit. Okay, George, I promise I'll get that. I got members. I'll post this in the channel once I've had, that could take me half an hour to sort out. Once I get that sorted, and anyone watching on YouTube, as I do when I get stuck on these, I'll post it. It'll be a comment from me under this video with the actual count. Well, I'll do it this afternoon once I get that figured out. George, good start. There's just that one thing we got to do is we got to everything has to be identified, but this is actually kind of complicated. So I will circle back for that one. Rest assured, I will do that. I don't let these go, right? Because that'll eat at me all day until I get it. Okay, so let me keep moving here because I don't want to bore everybody to death. Sometimes they're not easy. I'll just keep moving and come back to it. Okay, I got Eric S on EOS to the dollar tether. I think we looked at this last week. I think we did, Eric, right? So this must be one you're in, or the one that you like.
Yeah, we did it, but
yeah. Well, let's revisit.
Yeah, it's moved nicely since then. So now it's getting to, do you hedge it? Do you let it rip? What do you do?
Okay, so I got, all right. So EOS is starting to make some noise. Okay, so let me pull back so I can see what he's doing here. So here we got a contender for a 2. Well, let's get a bigger picture here. So that's a 2 relative to what? Okay. There's a 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well this... Eric, so we got a little, maybe a problem here. You're on the right track, but I think we'd have to do this as a diag, right? So let's see. So you'd be thinking A, B. Maybe you've got it that way. Maybe that's what you are thinking. Well, so we're a little in between, right? So here's the one way. If we want to trade it as a diag, we need to have the 4 overlap the 1, right? So that's the first problem we have here, which means, oh, so you're thinking, since we don't overlap the 1, then you're thinking impulse. Well, then it becomes a question of, can we get an impulse in here? Well, no, you can't. I mean, you can't. What you do, you have one in here, and maybe that's what you were thinking, right? So you do have this one. Oh, somewhere in there. You got that one. All right, so maybe you were thinking, oh, A, B, C, but then we don't get the qualifier for the diag, right? So that's a bit of a problem there. So then you might be thinking, oh shit, can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, it looks like you could, right? So let's label that, but of course you'll recognize the issue here. If I'm doing that, let's assume that's what you were thinking. I'm not sure what you're thinking. All right. It's a tricky count, no question, right? Or it could have been just a little brain fart. Okay, so what do I have here? So I've got a 5, but it's a diag. So if we're trading this as an impulse, we can't have a diag in the 3rd, right? So no doubt this is a difficult count, but that's per rules and guidelines. We can't label it that way. So what could we do with it? Fuck, shit. Might have a busy afternoon sorting these out. Well, God, can we even complete something there? 1, 2. Where look, God damn, that might take some time as well. I don't remember how we counted this last week. Oh, this is going to need some time. This looks like... that's a 5.
You can come back to him.
Yeah, I might have to come back to that one as well, because this is... Well, but I want him to understand why that's incorrect, right? Why he can't label it that way, even though he was kind of on the right track. Yeah, that's going to take some time here. All right,
yeah, he just started learning BW. He's one of my buddies, so.
Oh, okay, Eric. All right, so you're on the right track here. You were thinking 5s and 3s, but we got that's a chop monster. Fuck, I don't even see it myself, right? So there does look like there's a diag in here. So you probably do this as a diag, but you need a fuck. Oof. Oh, well, shit. I'll do the same, all right? Because I don't want to stall out here. Eric, I'll get that posted up for you as well, because that's a little. Now this, I like what you're doing here. So you've got this side of it, right? We got that side of it right there. So simplified, ABC, clear as a bell. This is a. We'll circle back on that. Okay, so you're getting a good start on it here. So let's go down to. Oh shit! What did you send me? All right, so let's go off of this as our hard low. So right off the bat here, well, we go 786 on this push here. So we know we lost that sell side algo, so that we can, even though you got it locked here, I'm just going to hide it, right? So because that's not a threat to us anymore, at least that one. Now there are going to be higher pivots that it will be a threat. So you've got this right, and let's see how you're looking on this one. 1, 2, okay, same problem here. Well, let's see. If you're playing for the overlap, you're okay. But we don't want to. We want to count it as an ABC, right? So remember, in a diag, it's a series of 3s. So 1, 2, you're on the right track there. But pardon me, you're calling it a 1. Okay, good. All right, so this actually you are much better. 1, 2, 1, 2. I thought you were going 1, 2, 3. All right, so now you're looking good. So your 3's up here, much better. Okay, so 1, 2, and you knew that was a diag, so you knew that had to be a 1. So well done on that. Okay, so let's get that one off. So we're looking for a 3 to come down. Pretty bullish. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so let's just measure out a little bit here. So if we were thinking 1 and we were thinking 2 here. All right, so reasonable targets, right, and a max target. Well, shit. Is there really a max? This might be a little bit overly optimistic here to get. So always, right? This is like if I'm going to land the third somewhere, and I'm thinking I'm expecting something big here. 2618 is a good place to start, right? That's a pretty good rip off the 1, right? Because we don't get a huge one here. So to be anticipating a monster 3 could happen, but I don't know that I'd be thinking that right off the bat. So let's just see how that would play here. If this is the 1 and we get our 2 here between these two, well, then you would just do the same thing, right? Okay, so I got a candidate here for the 1. And we don't necessarily know that 1 is done, but if we're coming down here, let's say we get golden zone. Okay, well, here now the 3 on this degree, all right, starting to come together. All right, 4, 5. Okay, so maybe you can get something bigger here, right? Maybe it would make sense once you start looking at the internal. Now, we don't know what we're going to get here. Oh, it looks like you got a couple of median lines here that could be in play. All right, looks like this is going to be too sharp. I'll take this one here. All right, we're not sharp enough, so let's go to a shift. Looks like we're fairly well contained here. The one that you're eventually going to be looking for, well, here it'll be interesting to see if it breaks that. The one that eventually is going to set up here is the one that you're going to want to use for this third. If we get this. Now, because it's an impulse, we'd stay in original recipe. Now, that's the slope here isn't ideal, but I wouldn't bet against it. All right, so maybe you're getting something along those lines here. Maybe this is going to take more time. All right, it's one of the nice things about median lines is we get sort of this time component built into it, just by that geometry. I don't see any particular advantage in going to this. All right, I'd stay with the most recent swings that is working off of. The downside of this is that if we come down here, we could hit the median line, right? You really want your 80% much higher, but we could hit it, right? I mean, easily, right? We could get this, boom, and then the 2, and then the 3, and then the 4, and then we get up to that 5. Well, you've done a nice job here of identifying, well, if this is a pivot and we're going to come back. So let's look at that pivot relative to where the resistance is. You got to use all of these, which I think my guess is if you're working with Minor Crypto, he's schooled you on that. Okay, so let's put just the 50s and the 618. Okay, so what did we just hit? Well, so right. So here, once we start down, this is the last, essentially a double top high before we start coming down. So this is the first one that I would pull to. Although eventually you're going to have to clear that one and the next one above it. But let's use that one. So we hit the 50 as we're hitting. This makes sense, right? So okay, I can see why. Okay, algo kicked in. You're really in all the wick of this as well, right? But it looks like that's already been recovered, right? All of this action got all recovered right here, right? So you already took care of all that, and then the waterfall, and it's a 5 coming down. So you got a candidate here for this 1 2 1 2 looks pretty good. So I'd be watching there. No, well, so okay, so with two things we can say here: horrible place to enter the market long. I don't know that I would want to short this necessarily. Note the Vegas wave has flipped, right? 233 is below. I don't know that I'd be anxious to short that. I've got a clear trend. I've got change of character, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, right? So off we go. So to get a little change of character here, where do we break structure here? Well, I mean, you can make a case that you're going to break it pretty close to this. I mean, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So maybe right in here if you break that. So if you start to come down here, if you're looking for a short, we break that. Now often they'll come back, right, to retest, right? So there's right. We've set this up now a couple of times. So where's the trade? Same thing, right? Seems to be the shorts are what we're doing here. Okay. 5.6 to 1. Right now we don't know, right? We're just saying, okay, where do I break that structure here and get a lower low? Oh, right now likely you'd see there'd be a push back here to grab liquidity up here, right? So push back here, grab this. What's retail thinking? What's retail thinking right here? Off we go. Does retail know that the algo's there? Probably not. Retail applying Elliott Wave? Probably not. Do they know that's the completion of a diag? Probably not. Probably not, right? They might, fuck, who, But odds are, right? I'm just playing the odds here. What percentage of traders are going to know all of that technical confluence there? I would tell you a very, very, very low percentage. Very low, right? That's our advantage, right? We want, listen, you know what the biggest advantage we have? Lazy fucking people that are too lazy to do this work. That's the biggest advantage we have, right? And people go, fuck Elliott Wave. That's way, way, way too complicated. It's too hard. God, you mean I have to memorize shit? Oh, fuck that. I just want someone to read me the news and tell me what's happening and that Bitcoin's rallying and, oh, well, I'll just throw a 200 on it. I'll just buy it above. I don't want to get off on too much a rant there, but I would tell you that this is a massive advantage we have here. Right, because most people are not willing to do that work. They won't do it. They're just too fucking lazy. Or maybe they just don't have the time. Right? Let's not assume it's the worst in people, although that's usually a safe bet. They're just too lazy. I don't have time. Right, that's how a professional approaches the market. Because it's not about being right or wrong. It's about risk reward. Where can I take risk with a nice potential reward where if I get hurt, I'm not going to get knocked out? It's not buying it here. Let me keep moving. All right, that's oh shit. I think that's much better here, right? So much better than the first one here. I'll circle back on that first bit for you, Eric. Yeah, we got a short lineup today. Okay, so I've got.
We do have 2 donations.
So good. Okay, let me.
That'll help.
You want me to do one of those?
Sure. Yeah.
What do we got first?
So let me share it with you. It's actually a member, but he didn't have an account, and so he said he felt better to donate.
He's a free member?
He's a social member.
Social member? Oh, shit, he doesn't have to do that.
That's what he said, but he didn't have account, and so he wanted to do the right thing.
Oh, okay. Well, then
he has account, I guess, but not fully. So.
Oh, okay.
I sent you the link.
Okay.
And then he
I don't think
said a few things to me.
Oh, we're not charging members. Okay, let me. So he's new. He just recently joined us.
No, he was in education and he came down to social, but he said, putting some final stuff on it, sent $50 super check because I've got a minimal count on it.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Well, okay. All right. I like what I see here. This is a good start.
So he said,
okay. Well, so a couple things right off the bat we can look at, just a few tweaks, right? So this sounds like he's developing some Elliott skill, right? So he's made an attempt at it here, but there's just a little bit of, we got to refine a few things here. Okay. So we are so the Nifty 50. Okay.
Yeah. Orange is his main, green is potential alt. Just having a hard time figuring out the 4 if it's in or not. I don't see a clear 5 up.
Okay. Okay. Well, so a couple of things we can see right off the bat. Okay. Well, so as I look here, there's some things that they're just literally like I cannot not see them, right? So that's impossible to not spot. So that looks like something on the way here. Now, does that fit? Well, okay. Well, maybe we don't dwell on that so much because the correction, right? So this is the case with Elliott, right? The corrections are what make it difficult, right? The 5s, okay, it's not that hard, right? So putting it all together, a little trickier. I like what you did here with the channel. Look how that center line, right? Sort of dividing bullish, bearish, right? So very nicely done. Now look right to the edge of it. Is that a regression? Did we do a regression here? What do you do? Yeah, it is a regression. Good. Well done. Okay. Right. So just pulling swing high to swing low, I'm assuming is what he did. But right off the bat, so let me just zoom in here because we can see just an error, right? He's still learning. Okay. So if we're going to remember, right, we correct in 3s, right? So having a 5 here. Oh, pardon me. Maybe you're giving me an alternate. I guess you are. Right. Okay. My bad. All right. So you are giving me an alternate. I just saw 5 down into a 4 and thought, okay, well, we know we can't have that. But right, it leaves us with the problem. If this is, well, maybe it's not a problem. If we have a 5 here and do we have a fucking impulse there or a diag? Oh, come here. Look at that. Just a tick. That's all you need. All right, so we have the diag, right? So we got to be thinking, well, it fits better, actually. A, B, C, 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 right? So better fit, right? So this looks good. This is my own pet peeve, right? Why are those so big? Okay, so we're into an A wave here. So we know, well, here's what we do know. Unless we're going to work this into, could we even do it? I don't think we could. This would be WXYX. Well, maybe you could squeeze it in there. I wouldn't have it. It looks much better as a 5. So 4 can't be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks like a great 1. So you're kind of. This is giving you mixed signals, isn't it? Boy, that's a. Boy, it's hard not to see a 5 in there, isn't it? Right? He's got it labeled, right? Hard to miss that. So this becomes questionable. Do we have to work that? It looks like you might be able to do it. Jesus, can we get an ABC into that? This would be W, X. Maybe you do ABC here. Man, one thing that's weird is his. Oh, give me 1 second here. His coloring is a little weird. Okay, let me just see this a little bit. So this 5 is quite telling. Right? So you got to let that influence you. So this becomes suspect as a 5 because we can't have a 5. Well. In this context, we couldn't have a 5 followed by a 5 unless this is going to be one massive expanded B wave here, which I don't know that I would be assuming something that irregular is coming out of here. So this would be A. Now think about that, right? If this holds as a 5 and this is a 5, Well, fuck. This looks like a 5, right? So this is a tricky one, right? So you need a little bit more information here. Unless if this was going to be, we'll have to look at that if we can turn that into something else. We're going to go B here and then into the C to get the 4 down here. Okay, maybe. I don't know why you'd want to be counting on something so irregular. Okay, so I'm going to just hide some of this. Okay, so here's this is a disconnect. Unless we're going to go WXY, which, fuck, we might have to. Where do we go here? Oh, shit. Tough ones today. Because that sure looks like 5 down. And that looks like 3 up. Well, you have room for it. You punctured here, but that could be a 1-2. Oh, fuck, let's get in there. Oh, those are tricky ones today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like, and it finishes with a 5. So I don't think we can bicker about what this is. All right, that's a 5 all day. 1, 2. Well, we might be able to work this slightly differently. Okay, so let's look at this here. You guys are killing me today. Tough ones. Okay, so this might be, I think we've got a 5 here, but I think we're counting it. We got to count it differently. Fuck, can we do it? Can we get an ABC into that? We don't want a 5 here. So here's what I'm saying. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks like an impulse that completes. So a candidate here, right? So I'm just trying to string it together. Would be that an ABC into this larger B. Right, that could fly right there. C of the larger B. Let's put it so we can see it, you guys, in your dark colors. Okay. All right, so maybe. All right, so since this feels more like a 5, AB might have to live with that as an ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty solid from this pivot. So that would give us a B. All right, so let's pull back out here. So let's go back to that 4 hour. I like it better that way. A, B. Now we're looking for C. So this actually is starting to come together. Okay, we'll get there. So you actually want this to fail. All right, so here's, oh God, now it's starting. All right, sooner or later it starts to get there. Okay, so here's 5 down. So if this is A and this is our B and here's 5 down, well, it's not hard to at least put a count on it. Okay, now I got a nice 3 into a golden zone. I just broke this golden zone, right? So I wouldn't bet against that median line. So ABC here again, we're just too high. The degree's too high here. Let's go down here. Okay, so I got A, I got B, but this looks like a pretty, well, let's do the math. Okay, so let's get this one out of here. We got our candidate here, although you've locked that here. We'll just hide it. Okay, so 1, boy, that's pretty, and we know it's technical. Okay, so we've got a 1, 1, that's not labeled. Okay, let's get it labeled. All right, he did say he didn't have it all labeled. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that micro, let's get it in white. Okay, 1, 2, right? I mean, could you, if you were looking and you thought, oh, that might be a 1, and then you got a golden zone in a 3, right? Are we late for the trade? Yeah, we're late for the trade. We have a target. We know we get a target here, right? Oh, fuck, I've got his stuff. Hang on. Hazards of all these copies. Yep. All right, so we've got a target down here for just that algo to get there. Here would be the potential 3, right? That's the 1618. Back to the median line. Could it go that far, right? Could we get the C? Could this be the 4 down here? I don't know what we're thinking over there. Okay, let's try and pull that all back together. Would that work? All right, so. Okay. I think it might. Okay, so we're looking, well, so right off the bat, let's kind of clean it up and just work off of his stuff. Okay, so here's our 1. Let's ping that. that's a contender down here as well. Because I'm kind of looking at that going, do we have it right there? Because that sure looks like 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like 3. That looks like 4. That looks like 5. So I think we just have to account it a little bit differently, because there are completed impulses in here. Right. So just if you're just focusing on where the retracements, it kind of does it for you. So actually, I think this is fuck you, come here. I think this is the one we got to work with right there. Okay, so we got lots of room here. So all of this action here looks good. So we'd be looking down in this. Oh, and I might revisit this here just to look, but okay. So we'd be looking. Here's our high probability zone between the 23 and the 38. Coming in right in the pocket here. So what we're after here, I know you can't see in there very well, but there's that 5 down. Here's that ABC we just looked at. Now here's do you see it right here? There's the 5 we'd be looking at, which would be right in sync with the down a degree, 3, 4. All right, so you have, well, you can even do it this way. Right, put that on the pivot of the 3, right? So you got a target here. Oh, you might even, right, if you really want to isolate it. Okay, so there's my 3, 4 window right there. All right, so coming down, oh, look at that, right? So so it would be the edge of the median line. We'd break the regression channel that took us up. We'd have a clear 3. Well, we'd have a zigzag, right? So we'd have 5, 3, 5, right? Nice zigzag into the low. Bring the RSI down. You have the, what do we got on here? We have, what is that, SEMA? I don't know what that is. Let me just throw a Vegas wave on here real quick. Vegas wave, there we go. Isn't that funny? Somebody apparently watches my stuff because I made up the Vegas wave with the 233. That just, right? Normally the Vegas wave is the 169, 144. I just added the 233. It's funny now. All these people here put it, they turn it into the 233. All right. So all right. So the Vegas wave has not flipped, but look here. Right, 233. Right, it would take, if we get right here, if we get into any of this, not enough to flip it. It's too established, right? That's a 2. So here's the last flip right here. Of the 2, of the 1, 2 of what looks like, because this 3 is hard not to see that, right? So ABC is coming down here for this 5 right there in the pocket. Boys, that looks sexy. So if you're trading the Nifty. Well, where's the trade, right? So it's not buying the turn, right? You don't need to do that. So if you're right here, where would be an obvious target? Well, the first target would be the median line, right? Then we got to get back to this, right? To the structure there, just the price structure. All right, so you know maybe it's 1, 2, right? And then now this is going to be the battle, right? Bears will fight that. Here's the next pivot. You got to get a 3, 4. Now you know where you are, right? So right here, the 3, 4, 5 brings us down. We're into the 4. You'd have a pretty meaty target up here for the 5. 3, 4. If that's, map it out. Say, okay, what kind of upside potential is here? Well, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, starts to look pretty good, right? You get that median line, which I would not be shocked at all if you did. I've seen them 3 years later get there. Pretty good. Now that would be ambitious if that's the 1. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, why not? Right? I don't know enough about the Indian economy, but there's the pattern. Here's the trade right here. That's the trade you're waiting for. All right. Hope that helped. We will kick that. Right, you're a member. We're not taking your money there. Okay, so, but a very good start, right? I'm glad I sorted that through and we got that. That actually looks like a beautiful setup. Okay, we had another one you said?
Yeah, update on Amazon.
On Amazon. Oh, man, we got to look at Amazon. Oh, boy, we had some members really kill it on this. Okay, so there's the, you know what? I have this somewhere, son of a bitch, right? Because Fastraf and I were exchanging charts. I know I have it. Oh fuck. Okay, well we'll just work from this. All right. Okay, let's try and get the whole thing together. Okay, well, now one thing to consider here with Amazon is perhaps you might want to be in log scale, right? Because I mean, look at our range. Oh, we can work from the COVID low. I would agree with that. A, B, C, right? You almost have nothing, no other way to count that. 1, 2, 3. So we get a diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We overlap the 1. So we get a diag into the 1. What is that? That's oh fuck. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's dig in there. All right. So didn't want that. I want this. All right. Let's wick you off. Oh, yeah, it's just it's a little funky. Well, you sure got your 80% pretty quickly, but look how this is framing now. So this is not insignificant here on that break. Makes it look very much corrective. So this looks like, you know, again, without even really digging into it, that looks like we've just gone sideways before we squirt up and finish that 5. It looks like it's another diag. Oh, it looks like it's a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 diag. So if I label it out at this distance here, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get you down there into that 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the A, B, C into the B, down for the C. Holy shit! How good is that? Okay, so let's dig in there a little bit. All right, so. All right, so here it looks like this is how we're going to finish into the 5, right? So it's a little dicey on the 1, but we do overlap, so we'd have to treat it as a diag, right? And then since I've got a clear 5, it's got to be a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, right? So 1, 2, well, essentially we're double topping here. Oh god damn it! Trading view. All right, that's a little wick here, so we double top. Nice A, B, C. Pretty. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. That's awfully far for a 4. I'm going to go no 4 on that. That looks less like we could do a 4 there. But could we finish it? Is the question. No, it's a little. The Elliott count is actually, this is a little surprising. Now, the gaps, of course, are a bit of a cluster to deal with, right? So that's what we're looking at there. All right, let's get a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's the 1. A, B. I put it here. I gotta get you guys to brighten these colors up so we can see them. Okay, so it looks like A, B, C into the 2. Now, can we finish this fucker? It's not much of a finish. Oof, that's ugly, actually. That actually is kind of a pain in the ass right there, because it looks like you could have gotten it done, but you overlapped. Oh, that's annoying. That's the one. Well, let's see. Could we do this differently? There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're stuck with that. Oh, that wick right there is fucking us up. What's our alternate here? Well, here's what I do not like. A, B, C. That looks less likely. I'll say it in front nicely. Although this gap down here, that was pre-earnings, and then here's the earnings. All right, so here's the earnings right here. You might have to truncate that. Oh, let's see if we can put the whole thing together. That's a toughie. I don't see a way around this. That's 1, 2. Unless we're doing it as a diag. We could do 5, 3. No, we could do 5. No, can't do it there. Can't get it. So that looks like that's the one you got to have, which is fucking us up here a couple of levels. 1, 2, but then this needs to be the 1, 2, and that little fucker. Oh, there's a 2 here. Let me do this here so I don't lose my spot. Let's go to a 30 and see if it gets any easier to read down here. Looks like that's your 1, 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it's a diag. 1, 2. Oh, god damn it. Looks like you'd have to do that. That's your 2. That can't be the 1 because you don't have it, right? So it has. So this is corrective. So it has to be A, B, C. 1, 2. That's not far enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it as a diag. So that looks like that's 1. Oh man, this is a toughie. Can we make that work? Can we finish this as a diag? God, we're trying to finish it. Right? We don't want this. That's too far to be corrective. 1, 2. Well, that's a. Let's label it. See if we can work something around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could that get us done down here? We might have to truncate this thing. Oh, let's see another way to count that. Oh, come here. I don't love that. And we overlap it. A, B, C. Well, that looks like a 4. You might have to do it that way, right? You might have to truncate it right there. Boy, that is fucking ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can finish this here. This is ABC. I can't really get a triangle there. Can't really do it. Even if you went A, B, C or A, B, C, D, E, that would imply down, which we don't get. Ooh, that is a bitch. A, B. Well, let's label it. Okay, so if this is a 5, let's push that off for a second. Truncation is last resort. A, B, C. So we have to do A, B, holy fuck, C, and truncate it here. That might fit a little bit better. I can get an impulse out of here, so I could go 1. Oh, fuck me, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I can get that to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might have to do it that way, right? So just the rip of the massive earnings might do it. You might be forced into that. I don't know if I spent more time with that, I'm going to get anything different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn, that's ugly. I don't know. I'd be curious if anybody sees anything better. 4, 5. Oh, get off of there. Whew. Right now, I think without more info, I don't think we get anything better than that. Now, note the geometry is quite good here. swing, right to the edge of it, and we got the 1618175. So the 1, 2, no fuck, that's AB. What is this measuring here? No, that is the 1, 2. Right, so we actually do have that. So if this is the 1 and that's the 2, right, we got our high probability location for the 3. We did get that. We got a 3 into a corrective action, A, B, and then you got that impulse, and then this, right? I think that's what you're stuck with. I think you got to truncate here, so this becomes the 4 here. Whew, that is gnarly, but I don't see a better way. Anyone who's got one, send it my way. I'd like to see it. 4, and then you're going to have to truncate it right there. I think that's what you're stuck with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're even with that. Jesus, you're allowing for a little slop on the edge, right there, which is about as much as you can allow for. There are times when it's just you're kind of stuck with that. I don't see a better count. I'd love to see a different one. Maybe if I spend some time with that, I don't see a better one. Because now it's game on now, right? That's full rip. So if I go back here, I don't think that's corrective anymore. I think we've left the corrective party there. Now I could be wrong, right? So this, you know, if we are back down here, I think this all has to be reconsidered. But right now, it looks like that's what you're stuck with. Truncation of the 5, rip up. So a new trend has started. Here's the next trade, right? You're looking for. That's unusual, right? But earnings can do that. It kind of throws a monkey in the wrench. And then you have this massive gap. Now, the one thing you would want to be cognizant of is that gaps do not go unfilled. So if indeed that is the one and we're coming back down, right, filling that gap would be something to anticipate for any type of a retrace. Retraces are inevitable. All we've just done is this. We've just gone A, B, C. There's the drop to give us our truncated finish, and now same thing, right? So there's the swing. Now we don't know, right? It can kind of make sense, right? What we're running into all up here. Anything back down, median line, reasonable target, right? Because you don't really have anything. Although you could probably, we are on log scale. I mean, you got nothing to really work with there. Let's see if I take that out of log scale. Let's use a regression channel and just go swing low to swing to every bit of it. Anywhere down in here. So so you'd have the prior 3, 4 here, right here, coming into the edge of the regression channel, and the downsloping median line might give you, if you got a nice little 3 here, something to trade off of, playing that structure. Looking for that. I wouldn't bet against them. It's a funky count though, but I think that flies. Okay, we'll keep going. Hope that helps. Right, that's a mighty tricky count, so I understand why you're looking for some input there. I don't see a better way to do it. Okay, let me keep. So I think we're back to Frayed 57 on Sonos.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't looked at Sonos in a while. Let's get up here. Oh, that looks good. All right, that looks pretty. Looks like something we can trade. Oh, I got a 1 hour. What do I got happening here? All right, do we have an impulse there? It looks like we do. Oh, we got a median lines within median lines. Love it. 1, 2. Oh, okay, so let's just count it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us our 3. Skinny 4. Oh, very, very sexy. Okay, so we're gonna go 1. Oh, and let's see. We got to check that. Are you good there with? Oh, we got to check. Looks like he might be. Right, so we got to check 3 to 5. All right, I mean, this looks like the right count. Oh, look how close that is. Perfect, right? So 1's the extension, right? 3, 5 is not longer by a couple of ticks. So well done, right? Afraid. That's sexy. Okay, so big extension in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal gets the finish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A. Let's make and do with what you got there. Yeah, I see what you're thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Diag into the 1. Not much of a B. There's our favorite right there. Boy, that's really nice. I hope you got some of that. Look at that right here. So we double top here, right? But we can't get that pivot. So where's the break of structure? Right here, right? All of a sudden, oh, we can't get a higher high. Higher high, higher low. Double top, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. High, up. Change of structure, right? So we get the change here. So the one, so these are not difficult if you're looking for them. Three to 1, all the way down to the target down here. Well, so you say, well, shit, okay, oh yeah, how convenient, right? We go right to work. But how would you know that? What would you be measuring for? What would your target be here? Right, if you were looking at this going, oh, that looks, right, I know, well, that's interesting that they can't, right? So a B, remember, a B is always, always, always an attempt to get to that pivot. Always. Right, why? Because there's liquidity up there. If they can't get it, so the trade is really right here. You could have done either of those two pivots. So how would you at least have a target? What would you use? Well, pardon me. Well, if that's the A and that's the B, well, the 100 would be an easy one. Right? Say, okay, well, that's a reasonable target. If I got that, well, could I have finished it there? Well, you might have been thinking, oh, 1, 2, but oh, look, I got a 3 here. Well, look here, let's count it out. Right? If that's 1, 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would you be thinking you're done here? Right? 1, 2. So how would that have worked, right? If you're leaning into this as a B off of the 5 that comes down, now we get a little truncation down here. It looks like as well, right? It's not like truncations don't happen. It's just a last resort to the technician, right? If you can't figure anything else, so we get a perfect double top or double bottom here. Excuse me. Okay, so this is a little squirrely, but this is so telling, right? That they can't. So this is a 2-hour chart, right? So over this amount of time, they can't break those pivots right there. Right, so this is the highest body close. We got one wick that goes through, and now they can't do it. So if you missed the first one, oh, here's the little retrace. Right, can you get that one? Well, so there it is again, right? Where you really have to say, well, okay, well, if I'm committing to the idea, I got 5, I got 3, I know I'm looking for a 5 here. And there are conditions that have to be a part of it. If that's a 1, 2, well, I have to have a 5 here. Now, the market doesn't necessarily have to cooperate because maybe we're ass backwards here. But if you're sitting right here, what are you thinking? Oh, okay, if that's my B, I got to have 5 down for this to finish. So just put it in context. Okay, so right off the bat, what is it I'm trying to complete? A 2. Am I likely to be completing my 2 right here? Am I going to go 1, A, B? Probably not. I mean, fuck, anything's possible. But would that make sense? Right? What do I want to see? I want to see a nice 5 followed by a 3 followed by a 5. Oh, lovely. A nice little zigzag. Where'd we go? Looks like we're a little short of the 1618. Right? There's no requirement that it get there, but it's the internal, right? So you had it. You had the thing right here, right? So here, okay, now I got the 2, so maybe you're not sure, like, fuck, I don't know, maybe that's going to keep going. Okay, once we get this, okay, you can't be done there. A, B, that's 1, 2. I need a 5 here. I've got all the conditions. So at this moment in time, right here, what are you thinking? Am I done? Well, okay. Is this going to be A, B, C? Well, fuck, okay. Anything's possible. But if I get 3 coming off of that, holy shit. If I get this, whoa, oh, really? Did they give me a 3? They really are. They're going to give me a 3. Really? Okay. Thank you. I'll take that one. Why? Why? Right? You say, oh, fuck, man. Fuck you. That's easy in hindsight. Stay with me here. What is it you're looking for here? You're looking for the 3. It starts to roll over. Now what are you looking for? Oh, shit. I don't know. If we're going to do a zigzag, and that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, I got to have a 5. It could be a diag, but I got to have a 5. 1, 2. Once it starts, even here, even if you got this, let me get this back on here. If you got this right here, oh, you're going to give me another little 3? Oh, you sweetheart. Right into all that structure? Oh, how nice of you. Thank you so much. I'll short that. I know, after the fact, right? Always like, oh, fuck, of course I would have shorted that. Oh, of course, right? Oh, I saw the 3. Right? But you don't know right here. That's why you've got to have some conviction in what you're doing. Otherwise, here's what happens. You go, well, oh, fuck. Missed that one. Same thing up here. Oh, shit. Right, so, I missed that one. Oh, I'll get the next one. Oh, well, fuck, I wasn't sure, man. It looked like it was going to hit the median line. I don't know, but I thought it might go into a 5. Well, would that have made sense there? That we were going to go A, B, and we're going to finish with an A, B, C? Probably not, right? Again, anything's possible, but we don't get setups better than that. You don't, right? If you've got one, show it to me. There is no certainty. There is only probability. There are only patterns that we know are prone to repeat. Why? Not because the patterns are magic, because people do the same thing over and over and over. That's all we're doing with Elliott Wave. What does the crowd do? What do human emotions do when the market's going up? Oh, greed, greed, greed. What when it comes down? Oh, fear, fear, fear. How do they tend to react when there's fear? Right, it's the same. Oh, here. You could think about it. Okay. Oh, fuck, man, it's going down. Oh, wait. Oh, it's gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna go. Oh shit. Oh, fuck, I gotta get out. Right, it's the same thing over and over and over because human emotion. We all have to fight this, which is why when I say here, right, okay, you got a 3. Do I want to anticipate that? Would that make sense to anticipate I'm going to get a rip-roaring 3 out of that? Again, anything's possible. We don't get certainty. So there's the setup right there. You have to take that fucking trade. You have to take that. Or I can't help you. I don't know why you're watching here. That's as good as we get. Now, how about the next trade, right? We're going over history. How about the new trade, right? Is there something here? Oh, okay. Do I have all of the ingredients that I was looking for? When this pivot started, and I said, okay, well, if that's going to be it, right? So let's say you're a buy side only. Well, I never said, I don't short crypto. I don't short Sonos. I love Sonos. I love my Sonos. I don't want to short it. I want to buy it. Okay, well, so I'm just going to wait until that whole thing finishes. What do I need to see to finish? Oh, a nice clean 5. Well, what do I get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy fuck. Are you kidding me? Really? It's going to be that easy? Oh, so what do I have here? Not a guaranteed pivot, but I got a contender, right? I don't get guarantees. We don't get them. What do we get? We get patterns that are prone to repeat. Look at that front run off the golden zone. So when it was doing this and you're thinking, whoa, if that's the 1, boy, I wonder maybe I can get my 2 down here. Maybe I can get my 2 at the golden zone. Maybe I'll get the A to the B will be right at the 1618. Right, do you see the overlap here? Let me see if I do mine. Here, we'll see it a little bit. All right, do you see the confluence here? Is that enough? Well, you tell me. Well, so, I don't know. I thought it was gonna get, I wanted to see it split the golden zone and tap the 161. I want perfection before I take the trade. But okay, well maybe let's see what comes off of there. Oh well, what would I be looking for? I'd be looking for a 5. What do I get? Well, do I have a 5 yet? Not quite. Do I have the ingredients of it? Oh, sure looks like a contender. Not the greatest start, right? It looks like a 3 to start that. Well, so do you know that we're done here? Do you absolutely know, right? I mean, you might be a little hesitant, right? Because this sure looks like a 3. There's a 3. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, looks like you. Oh, fuck, what am I on? 2 hour? Oh, there's probably a little 3, 4 in there. Gets you up to that 5. A, B, C. A little skinny here. I don't know if we need to go. We can go down a little bit since we don't have a lot more on deck. Can we squeeze it? Well, actually, I'd do it this way, right? A, B, C into the 2. 1, 2, 3. There's your little 4 squared up to the 5. 5. Okay, do I have it? Do I have it? I don't have it yet. Okay, so I'm going to wait, right? So let's see. Let's push this off a little bit. Let's reset here. I know, right? Afraid I'm not trying to wreck your stuff here. I'm just kind of thinking it through on the fly here. Okay, so how would we do this? All right, so there's the 1. A, B, C, because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I like this all the better. Now 1, 2, 3, there's a baby little 4, 5. Okay, so now if this is my 2, there's the 3. Okay, so right, high probability. Don't write the 34. Don't overlap. It's all good right now. I'm not there yet. But sure looks like, oh. Okay, look left. What might I run into? Could be this, right? Could be just the little consolidation that was right here, right? We consolidate, break. Consolidate, break, right? Now what's happening up here? So I know I'm going to run into some resistance. I don't even have to wonder about that. I know there's going to be an algo there on the other side, whereas the last high I've got to work with. Oh, look how that all dovetails together. Oh, boom. Algo target at the golden zone. Oh, well, that would make sense, right? I don't know for sure. For all we know, fuck, it could do that. But if I was anticipating where it might go, so if I was longing it here, I don't know that I'd stick around too much longer after that, right? I'd take this trade here. Okay, great, right? Okay, okay, so what if you took that? What are you anticipating is going to happen next? Right? We're looking for 50% of that to come back, at least. Right? That's what we're looking for. Doesn't mean it has to do it. So we'd be looking, right? So as he set it up perfectly right there. So if I get this in a 3, and if you don't take that trade, I don't know why you're watching here. I don't know how I can help you. I don't have it all, right? So I don't have enough here to complete that 5. But if that completes and we come down here, we'll take this off because it's really not there yet. Okay, so what would be the next thing we do? If I don't have this, could I get a golden? Why not, right? You look at that structure, right? Come into a golden for the 2, right? So you don't necessarily need to pick the turn, right? If you want to go for the hero move, right? Or you wait for the first little retrace to test. What do I got there? 8 to 1, a little over 8 to 1. Okay, how would that work, right? So I'd have a 1, I'd have a 2, I'd have a 3, I'd have a 4, I got a 5. Let's take them up. 1, 2, right? There's a trade. Right? If you're like, oh shit, oh man, oh it's coming down, right? I don't know, I was scared to take it. It's coming down. Okay, there it is. That's not that hard. Do I know that's going to be a winner? Of course not. Do I really care? You got to not care as much. Okay, what am I risking there? Well, fuck, all right. From 24 and change to 23 and change. Okay, I can live with that. Again, boxing, right? If I get in the ring, you're going to hit me. I'm not expecting to get in the ring and never get hit. At least you're going to jab me every now and then, right? You're going to jab me, but you can't hurt me now. Can't hurt me here. I know here I've got it all set. You can't hurt me. So I relax. Okay, let's let the fucking thing go. Let's see what happens. Right now here, this is where it gets tricky. What do you do, right? What do you do here? Right, you've got a pattern set up that right? If it's going to do a 3, and what if I get here? Right, this is where we make the distinction between trader and analyst. Okay, if that's 1, 2, and I get 3, what am I thinking now? Well, if this is going to be my 3rd, I'm expecting some sort of fucking triangle, something sideways. It's not done. But see, that's what tends to happen to new traders. They get right here and like, oh fuck, man, I got a winner. Oh, I got to take it. Oh, I got a winner finally. Right, but what are you leaving on? You're leaving at least half of it right there. So don't take the whole fucking thing off here. Maybe, yeah, it's good. Bank some profit. Take some. You have your 80%. You got your algo target. You're coming into this prior structure. Okay, take a little off. Take a little off. Bank some profit. But the pattern that you waited for this whole thing to play is not done yet. So why are you getting out early? Oh man, I had to take a profit, right? Because my last one was a loser. Right, well, the math is not working for you. It's not working against you because you have to get these to offset all the little fuckers where you got stopped out. You got to let that thing run. Hard to do. I know. It's easy to say. Why? Because of our fucking human emotion. Like, oh shit, man, I don't want that to get away from me. I got to get out. Right, and then it just goes on. You're like, motherfucker. If I had just not panicked or just taken a partial, I would have been just fine here. Now what I have here, I got my 8.3 to 1, which offsets all these little ones, all the little ones. That's why when you get in here, you have to kind of emotionally disconnect from it. You can't be checking the thing every fucking 20 minutes. Am I in profit still? Oh, it's pulling back. Oh fuck. Right. Listen. I know all these emotions because I've lived them. Right, we fight these, right? It's still like, oh, fuck, man, my last one was a loser. I got to bank that. Let it go. Disconnect from it. Here's what you want to say. It's just another trade. Just another one. Not your last one. Let's hope it's not your last one unless you're doing something incredibly stupid, right? Then the market's just going to teach you a lesson. Maybe you come back. But it's just another trade. There will be another one coming. There'll be another. How many? It depends on how long you do this. There will be hundreds and hundreds of other trades coming. Disconnect from it emotionally. Let it go. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? What is the absolute worst thing that can happen to me? I can get stopped out here. What's the best thing that can happen to me? I get 8.3 to 1 on my money. Analyzing and trading, two different skill sets. Right? Analyzing, that's the easy part. That's the fun part. Oh, fuck, look at this pattern here. Oh, I recognize that. Oh, look at the geometry. Oh, this is all perfect. Once that's here, oh, it gets a little trickier. Now what do I do? Right, that's where you got to work the math over time, right? You've got to get these to offset these. All right, it's good work, Sonos, or Frade on Sonos there. Okay, I got 2 from Frade. So how are we doing on time? Well, we got a little time here. Okay, what do I got here? RND, copy link. Okay. What did the market do? I turned my head and it looked like it did much since I stopped trading. Okay, all right, this looks good. What do we got here, Fred? We're back on RND. Oh, I don't recognize it. I know I will when I see. Oh, render token. Okay, all right. So, this looks good. And then we got a little fib time coming in. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is all clean. So, wait a sec. Okay, we're on the right track here. What are you thinking, Fred? We don't have an. Okay, we got to relabel this a little bit. Okay, so, right, so who spots what's wrong with it? Right, no, we're wrong is, I shouldn't say it that way. It's per rules and guidelines, we have a little problem here. So he's counting it as a diag, right? But we don't have an overlap of the 1. So we can't label it this way. Well, fuck, I should say. So if you're applying Elliott rules and guidelines, we can't label it this way. Oh, how are we going to do this? You might be stuck. It's kind of doing the same thing here. It looks like you might have, oh fuck, I have to do WXY here. So let's reconsider this. Okay. So we want an impulse if we can get it. 2. That looks like that's a 5. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work for us here. Let's just see them. Could we have an extension in the 5th? Well, let's see. Do we get an extension here, or do we get an overlap here? Looks like we do. That's annoying. Okay, so unless we do this, how are we going to get this to fly? What am I on? I'm on a 4-hour. Okay, let's go down a little bit here. We got to break this apart here because we're with this. Well, hopefully you guys get some value out of that, right? We just learning that we can't label it that way. ABC might have to do it as a WXY. Well, I suppose we can do it this way. That looks like ABC, which makes me think WXY. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that looks like something completes there, but I don't really. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all right. So let's just fucking label it, right? This is welcome to the party. 3, 4. Looks like that's what you got to do there. All right. I'm assuming this is the same thing you guys do, so I just do it in real time, right? There's no magic to the way I do it. I'm just doing the same thing. Where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? Okay, does that work? Well, what could that be? 1, 2, 3? Well, let's measure it, right? So we've got the tools. We've got everything we need to figure this out. If that's the 2, okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh fuck, that's annoying. Because that looks like this. So this is there's the 3 followed by a 3. So it looks like we have another WXY here. Jesus. Say I love that. Okay, so we're a little shy. We eventually get there, but I don't think that that's connected. Because that's a 3. All right, let's just see if we can make it work. I'm not sure we can, but let's just see here. If that is the 4, now could I finish with a big rip in the 5th? It's a fucking diagonal. Well, let's see. Can we get it? Let's see how 1 is to 3. We're on log. Yeah, right. So, well, log scale. Okay, we get this little overlap, right? The overlaps are a bitch here. Okay, we'll stay in log, right? So we got our 1, 6, 1, 8 to the tick. So right, whether it's A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Oh God, that's fucking annoying. Yeah, that is annoying. Okay, so A, B, C. So fuck, I guess we have to do it as a diag. God, is there a better way I can do this? I think you're stuck with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not much there, right? So that's the 4. That overlap is. Oh, can we maybe duck it here? Still can't duck it. I was thinking A, B, C. Still can't get out of it. Fucker. So we're stuck with it. All right, so we got to work it as a dialect. All right, it's a question. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'm dwelling on something that doesn't matter. But we had to correct the count there anyway. Okay, so A, B. Now that looks clean. Okay, 1, 2. All right, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. Okay, so all of that goes 1, 2, 3. Now here, right, we don't have the overlap here, so it looks like it's 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got a simple zigzag. 5, 3, 5. Right, spares that from the start of it. What do we do? Right to the 50, to the tick. Oh, it's alarming. Who would have thought we might pivot at the 50? Oh, that's crazy. All right, so let's open that up. All right, what do we get coming off of there? Let's go down to a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks pretty good. So here's the 4. So we're after new highs for the 5. WXY, so ABC. I don't think you have an impulse there, so that's a good call. WX, AB. Looking for it down here. That would be nice. 618, the length of time of the 1. All right, nice use of fib time here. Oh, I'd probably add, which I'm sure he did. Right, I'd look at the W from the X. right? So 100, somewhere in this pocket down here, probably, well, he's already done it, right? So he's got it for you. So this would be the golden zone. So here's the, actually, I'd do it like this, right? So anywhere in here, here's your exit, and we're breaking the golden zone down here, and we're breaking that structure. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Yeah, I think this is your target. Right in here would be just gorgeous. Looks like you might have a shift that could play in there. Right on the corner edge, right between the 100. All right, so that looks like that's teed up right there. We're looking for a 3, 4. Where's your 5s? Way over here. Okay, that looks good, Fred. Okay, here, I mean, it's right 5 followed by, right, now there's some complexity, right? We're doing it through a WXY, followed by 3. Do we know what to do there? Right, I mean, if we're applying Elliott, what are we looking for? Okay, I got a contender. What do I want to see? All right, well, I didn't want to buy it, right? So I'll wait and see if I get a 5. Okay, I got a 5. I got a 5. I got an A, B, C into a W. Oh, why did we? Yeah, I can see what you did because you had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see it. All right, so A, we expand the B. Well, actually, well, but you would do it that way. Well, it'd be kind of mixed, right? So you've got, because this is technically the 5 here, since that's A, B, you'd put the 1 here, actually. So A, B. Oh, you might move that down a little bit. But the algo is not going to use that, right? The algo is going to use dominant to dominant. In terms of coming back down, the algo doesn't care about an Elliott count, right? So, all right, so they're going to look right there. Well, so it still lines up at the 50. But in terms of measure of relative to the 2, right, I'd be just for, I'd kind of keep both of these eyeballed, right? Because that's the 1, A, B, W, X, Y, right? So like you're still entering in the same zone. And so, and then you add in the fib time, and you're between the 618 and 100, the length of time of the 1. So this just starts to look even better. Oh, we could probably put a nice channel on this, right? If you prefer that to median lines. Anywhere down here, it's going to be interesting. Okay, render token looks good. All right, good setup there. It's nice work, Fred. Okay, we'll finish up with George again. I got another surprise package in all the folders. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I got to go back to that BTC.D. That was a toughie. So well, I think I have 2 different. I got Eric. I got to get EOS, and BTC.D. I'll post for the YouTubers and members. I'll post it for both. Okay, Fred, what do we do? Oh, this is George. Sorry, we're doing XRP. Oh, he loves this one. I think he's got a pretty big suitcase full of this. No, that's not right. That's what I've got. He gave me the, what did I do? I got the same one. Let's try again. XRP. Oh, I got Eric S. Okay. All right. So I got to make a copy here. Sorry, I'm reading Eric's notes to me. Well, let's come back here. All right. I'm still here. Eric S. Okay. So Eric's your friend. That's right. Okay. All right. So, whoa, we're going weekly. All right. I can go out on the weekly. Well, it looks like he's sneaking that 2 in there just barely. COVID low. Oh, no, it's not COVID low. That is a 2017 low. Where's COVID? COVID is right here. Okay. So it looks like that's our 4. Oh, looks like you're going to have to dig it out that way. Looks like WXY, so ABC, X, ABC. All right, so we're good for the 2. That's the 4, right? We don't have to, I mean, how, you don't get them any better than that for the 5. Oh, looks like some sort of diag. I don't know that it matters. All right, so this is our correction. Probably a WXY, but I don't know that it matters, right? We can simplify. Looks like a 2. We're in Locktail. Now I know he's got work in the folder, so down to the 786. Okay, that's not shocking. I don't know what I want here. Just drawing that over. Would make sense. We stalled here. I'm sure if we had a volume profile on here, this would be, we'd have a high volume node here from all the business that was done here. So let's see if we can label that. I mean, there's your deepest retracement. So just to start, you'd pick that as your 2. Well, now, do we have the rest of it? Well, you got to put it somewhere. Oh, you'd rather have it here, but well, let's just leave it down here. So all right, so we're on the weekly. All right, I got to go to his folders. He may already have this. All right, so let me get folders here. Okay, folders. Daily detail. That's what I want. There we go. Okay, yeah, so he does have it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. All right, so he's doing it as a... No, he is doing it right. Wait a sec. You're giving me 2 counts here? Oh, you are. Okay, so you're giving me you're giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or oh Jesus, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I got you. Oh, let me just hide this real quick. Just get a little space down here. Not that volume's not important, but just for our purposes. Okay, so I've got. He's looking for a 2 down here. A. No, that's as I was saying. Is that you want the 4 here. Well, so if it's going to play as a 4, let's just see here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't think we can squeeze that through there, George. Oh, maybe we can. Son of a bitch. Looks like it's a perfect double bottom. It is. All right, so phew, doesn't get much closer than that right there. But technically, we do not overlap. So you could call it a 2. You could. I mean, or pardon me, you could call it a 4 to get you that. Oh, fuck. Is that the best we can do here? A, B, C. That looks like triangle X here. W, A, B, C, D, E. That looks like we'd have more of a triangle X in here. So this looks like triangle cluster fuck in here of sideways fuck. Oh, God damn it, TradingView is fucking annoying. God damn, please fix that. Okay, so that looks like an X. Okay, so we're coming up for the Y for the 3. All right, that could fly for the 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. God, I don't really like using that, but it works. You can get the 5 in up here. Oh, where's your 5? You didn't give me a 5 on that one. Okay, let's go with the diag. So this would be the retracement, WXY. Sometimes it's just making it harder for me. So that looks like a 5, but this looks like this could be A, B, W, X, 2, 3, 4. That looks more like a 5, George, actually. So let's dig in there. 1, 2. Can we do that as a diag? If we go A, B, C, it would be W. No, that looks like a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that looks like a 5. Oh, those I don't like when we hit the wave because it just clutters up the chart. Okay, so do we have a 5 there? I think we do. All right, so let's think about what we have here. Looks like 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, look how close these are. They are not overlapping. But they are really fucking close. It's another one just like this one. Right, about as close as it gets, but they're not overlapping. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that looks solid. Is that a contender for a 1 or an A? Oh, I'd probably simplify this. A, B. I think you got to do it there. So you got to finish. No, fuck, come here. Okay, so if this is the 5, this would be the 2. Oh no, this is a little fucked up here. Let me relabel this because we got multiple counts going on here. Okay, let's go with your first thought is that it's impulse. So this would be the 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so A, B, C, I don't think so. So A, B, C. So this would be, if this is the 5, there's the first part of it. Well, I shouldn't be that fast. Sorry. So if this is 1, it could be 2. That could be, oh fuck, I like it better over here just because of the length of time. Oh shit. If that's the C, it would mean we're truncating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, shit, it's there. I think that's right. W, X, A, B, looks like it's there. A, B, C, W, X, Y. I'm going to truncate again. Well, so here would be the play that it's W. Oh, fuck. A, B, X, Y is what we'd be looking at here. So this, you'd have to do this as an A, B, C. A, B, C. It's a little skinny on the C, obviously. A lot of double tops, double bottoms everywhere I look. Double top. You know, that I could call that a double top. Is it with technical here? Yeah, perfect, right? So here's golden zone to the target, right? So this is something completed here. So that could do it. You could have your 2 here. Oh, I guess I'm sorry. We'd have to do this as A, B, C. How do we want to do that? So that's A. That looks like B. Something's fucking me up here. Hang on, let's take this off for a second. Okay, do we have it here? You got a contender for a double top here that we're doing it this way. Oh, fuck me. Here, let's get in there. All right, let's go down to a 4, see what I can see in here. Okay, what do we got here? That actually looks just like Bitcoin. It looks exactly like Bitcoin, actually. So, possibility here, right? So now I'm just, because of what I looked at Bitcoin so many fucking times. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to truncate there. A, maybe. Jesus, this is so close to Bitcoin, right? In terms of what it did here, but it's just the X is there. The 3 here is not as clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, fuck. You want to use a triangle there, but it's not there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a diag here to finish this. So there's your 5. So if the 2 is here, right, then this is the 1. All right, so let's consider that as a possibility. All right, so this would be 1, A, B, C into the 2. 4, 5. These got to go up. All right, can we make that work? Oh, fuck you. Come here. Oh, that's annoying when it won't scroll any tighter. Fuck, it's still not going to do it. Okay, where are we? Let's take this down. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's there. I hate to truncate again. So note you're truncating here and you're truncating here. Makes me a little uneasy. Let's see where we are relative to the low. All right, if that's the 1. I feel like I had an easier count on this. Could we be done here? So if that's the 1, we're just looking for, do we have a completed zigzag there, I guess is the question. Well, there's a 3, and we know that was a perfect measured move. So let's play it out. A, B, C. Oh, can we get her done there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard to miss that. Hard to miss that. So that looks like ABC. So it looks like we might have to do this if that's done. And it looks like it could be. It looks like, well, let's play it. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so that's hard to argue with that. All right, so there's a 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. God damn, that would be another truncation. That would be so odd. So what makes you? So if it's going to be done there, you're thinking now ABC, right? So you'd be thinking A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. So can we do it?
I love our new counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck.
Welcome to Elliott Wave. Oh God.
TDU methodology.
Right. All right. So we'd have to do it this way. We'd have to do it this way. So you could save that one with the buy the fuck out of it. Okay. For our real. Okay. So do we have enough? God damn, that would be a truncation there. 4, 2. Well, it's ugly, but it's, boy, you got to love. All right. So at the end of the day, all right, can we simplify? What are we doing here? All right. We're going sideways, really. Right. We had a squirt out. Now we're back. So what do we want to see here? Right. So if you're a bull, we want to see this, right? Come back and retest it, right? We got to get out all of this. Oh, I'd want because it's truncation. That makes me uncomfortable with a count. Now I'm on the fly here. Maybe there's a different count here. I'm not seeing anything better at the moment. So WXY into the candidate for the 2. Now, do I have enough here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Okay, let's label it. Do I have a start on it? God, I hate doing that. 1, 2. Working on something. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now if I get that, all right, then I'd be back here a little bit more interested. All right, if I got that. This is a really on the edge of what's tradable. So you got to really love it. Okay, when's the last time the Vegas wave flipped? Here I'm on an 8-hour. So here's the last flip coming down. Right back to the 233. We know this was so we had a perfect measured move here, so we know that this is going to be in play. Right? Because this was swing, golden zone, target to the tick. So we know they use that. So can they get, can we get the 4-5 to go through that? And then, okay, think about it. What would be next? Okay, so you start to see how it would come together. Okay, if that's 3, 4, 5. That's what I'd be looking for right there. All right, so we'd be looking to be a buyer down in this action down here. If I get a nice 3 that comes off of it, still don't have to be a hero. That's what I'd take. And of course, right, you know the next thing I'm going to do. All right, get that on it. Original recipe. Do we get a golden zone here? Oh, look how nicely that would play. Pull that up just a hair. All right, so there it is. So we'd be looking to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then within, it would be 1, 2, 3 for the median line, 4, 5. Micro, go to white. Okay, so that's the game plan right there. To try and get to that 3 from relative to this 1, 2. Right, trying to get that on the 5. Other side of the median lines for the 5. Right now we're off to the races, and our 1, 2. Now we need that could be the 1 of the 3, right? For all we know. But the next trade that I see that would be worth waiting for would be that one. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right, 4. Oh boy, you can kind of see how that could come back together. 4, back on the retrace for the 4. Maybe we're coming back to support all this structure here. 4, and then rip for the 5. All right, I think we got it. All right, so I got a couple I got to go back to. I got the Bitcoin.D and I got EOS on that first leg, which I'll post underneath. I need a little more time on those. Okay.
Yep.
Right, I think we got it. All right, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Hope you get a little nugget or two of my occasional rant, and just as we work through these counts, right? These are some challenging ones today. As I said, I'll post for all you YouTube subs. I'll post under the chart. It'll be a comment from me under, so just look for it here. EOS count or the Bitcoin.D count once I've had a little time with it. All right, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Same thing, right? Same thing we try to do. We'll line up the members, what they're looking at, anything that I see, right? I'll draw your attention to it. What happened to Bitcoin while we were talking? Oh,
it's about to hit resistance, I think, 44.8 or so.
There we go. Oh, so now it's in the pocket.
Yeah.
For that. Interesting.
So
right,
I'm watching anywhere in this area for a slap.
Well, you can see here.
Yeah, there you go.
Not too hard to miss that, right? And then look also as well, right? Low volume nugget, right? We did very little business done here, right? So if it's going to get through it, where's it? Here's the not too hard to miss where the next resistance is going to be. Oh boy, it sets up nicely, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah.
Well, we get a nice little 3. Oh, POC. How nice. Oh, now here's the next one. Right, you could easily see it doing that for the A. Ideally, you'd get to the median line, right? Return trip. Don't always get there, right? We've already hit 1, 2. We're already getting it here, something like that, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we did something like that. So we're on our way here for that A wave, if the triangle's going to play. Okay, guys, there you go. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. YouTubers, look for those comments under the vid for those completed counts, and then we'll call it a day.